This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Hey, it's Paige DeSorbo from Giggly Squad. Okay, wait, have you ever had one of those moments where you're like, I should be doing something fun tonight, and then you just don't because you don't have what you need? Because same. But recently I've been trying to be more of a yes person, and honestly, Amazon Prime has been enabling that energy. Like the other night, I randomly decided I was going to host a last-minute girls' night, no planning, no groceries, nothing. And instead of spiraling, I just ordered everything I needed and got it that day. Snacks, drinks, even like random hosting things I absolutely didn't need, but emotionally I did. And suddenly it went from maybe next time to yes, tonight. That's what I love. Prime's same-day delivery makes it so you can say yes before the moment slips away. Because let's be real, the only thing worse than a bad plan is a plan you never make happen.
Same-day delivery, it's on Prime. Available in select areas, terms apply. So if you're trying to be more spontaneous or just less chaotic, go to amazon.com/prime to find millions of items delivered fast.
So you're running out of closet space. The good news? You don't need to stop shopping. You just need to start selling with The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. Whether it's that mini bag that can't even fit your phone or those boots you never fully broke in, The RealReal handles everything from photography and copywriting to shipping and pricing. So you can just sit back, get paid, and make room for things that actually feel like you. And with 10,000 plus new arrivals every single day from top designers like Prada, Celine, Louis Vuitton, and Loewe, all for up to 90% off retail, you're bound to find something perfectly on brand to fill that extra closet space with. Plus, this May only, you can get an extra $200 to shop when you sell for the first time. Make room for what feels like you. Go to therealreal.com to start selling and get your extra $200 to keep shopping at therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com. Terms apply.
Oh, honey, it's time for a little hot goss, and I'm feeling very hot and goss-like.
Well, why wouldn't you? We invented the art form. We've got gig updates, scalding scandalistas, and some orchestral info.
And we're sending love and support to the queer community in Columbus, Ohio, as one of their long-standing clubs is dealing with some, nonsense.
And us New York City gals are ready to put on a good old show for you.
Plus, the DMs are full of holes and poles and even a little soul searching.
Are you ready for the goss tits?
Oh, you know it, Daddy.
Let's go.
Do you like that, Daddy? M.
Oh.
M.
Mom!
Welcome back for another steaming, piping, scalding, serving of hot
goss.
This is our weekly chat show where we talk about events in our lives, gossip and politics, and take a deep dive into the DMs. So let's get into some hot goss.
Scuttlebutt.
Girl, I've been trying to get Courtney Act to voice record one word for this song I'm working on. It's been a week now. Yes, you know what? I just need that voice. What app? Do you know what app you use for that?
No, I just Googled the word and then you can play it.
And you can grab that as the sound?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's for every word.
Libidinous.
I mean, have you tried calling her dealer?
Stop. Big Dipper, are you chugging Jack Daniels from the side? That looks like...
That does look like
look
Jack
at it from
bottle.
the side.
What is that?
It's clearly iced tea.
She's on the tea.
Big Dipper doesn't
that
drink.
pure leaf. Oh, wow. I was like, I made him wait, so he picked up the bottle. Shit.
My God.
I am the late Lucy of the week. We had internet problems, and we are here bringing you the goss that we all know that you need. Even though we've been intrepid women of the road.
You drive an Intrepid?
No, bitch. You know I'm a Jeep girl. I need room for my wigs. You went to Vegas. You've been in New York. You've been around the world in I. How was Vegas?
It was really fun. I've always
Did you see
sort
any
of been
friends?
like, yes.
Oh, did you see your friend Steph?
Yeah.
Aw. How was the show?
You shouldn't call her Steph unless you're inside her. That's her rules.
Mm-hmm.
Rules.
It's LG or Gaga unless we're in bed.
Or lady.
Mm-hmm.
I just call her the woman. Because we all know who we're talking about.
Yeah,
She's
we
the
know.
woman.
She's our friend. She's our sis.
I've always been like, I kind of hate Vegas. Like, Vegas is like a cesspool of like, oh my God. Like, it's always a disaster whenever I
feel
go
like
there.
That's why I fit in there.
But this time, from the moment I landed, I was like, I kind of like get this. I kind of like this. Like, so I had such a good time. And we got to see Lady Gaga's jazz and piano show. She's clearly enjoying it. It was the last one of this run, but she was like really, girl.
The little flippity doodah platinum blonde that she's wearing too. That little, the Marlo Thomas.
What's her name? Shirley? Remember on the live?
Don't call me Shirley.
Shirley, you must be kidding.
Wait, which live?
She did that live with Sarah Tanner where they were doing her makeup.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And at the end, Lady Gaga was like, oh, wait, who is that? Can you let her in? And then someone comes in with the wig head, with the wig she wears in the show. And they're like, look me a lady tonight. And she was like, this live was a horrible idea.
Yeah, she's one of those girls that like, she's a lot like you where she keeps it close to her chest until it's happening. And I love that because like, you never know what to expect. With me, you just know there's going to be cum and yelling. But with you, there's like art, and same with Gaga, and just beauty. And I loved her.
That's what you can expect at Race Chaser Live.
Cum, yelling, and mini ponies. And coughing. Oh my gosh.
Wait, I have a cough too.
Shady bitch.
Wait.
That was the wrong one, sorry.
Were you with a guy named Joe?
I know his name.
Oh, yes. I know you know his name. I just want to let you know that he's mine. Oh, no. He's mine. I did a drag show this week in New York with Thorgy Thor and a lot of McGriddles and Kyoka. Several beautiful women.
Oh, yes, I saw pictures. You were wearing face lace.
We were auctioning off. I got home from the show at, I'd say, 9:35. I was in full drag and at the club by like 9:55 in Brooklyn at Metropolitan. We were doing an auction of all these drag clothes because Halloween is the season of baby queens and we're in October. So a lot of people needed some looks, and Thorgy and Alada and another beautiful girl. I forget her name, but she's the ass of Brooklyn. That's what she bills herself as. We were all modeling and showing up the clothes. And people were buying them.
Editorial.
Such a fun crowd.
It was not catalog. It was editorial.
No, I was so afraid that they were going to call Eileen Ford and tell him that I was there because I didn't have my time cards. I didn't have a nude pump. I didn't have a black panty with me. I just wore what I had and made do. Of course, I was fabulous. There was a dog at the bar named Tunchi after Lil Wayne. And some wonderful supporters from Philadelphia came up. My friend Brianna, David Burke, Life is a Party. It was a virtual who's who of Brooklyn on I think a Thursday night, and it was so fun. And Thorgy and a lot of McGriddles threw it together, and it was sponsored by Out of the Closet. There were some great pieces, and it was for a good cause, which was drag queens. It was so fun. Metropolitan is such a fun bar. Like it's like really literally the lighting that the surgeon who did the Joker's face in Batman 1 uses, where it's like a swinging bear bulb.
Sure.
We know I like it bare, though. It's fine. But it was such a fun night. And this picture, we all look like ethereal deities cast in our own separate, like, heaven spotlight. One girl's purple, I'm green, another's bluish. Or maybe that's just her beard. And Thorgy's just such a fucking kook and a half. Like, she's so fun to work with. All these New York girls, Bob, Thorgy, all of them. I live. I'm a New York girl now, by the way.
5 New York girls.
And, I mean, you're going to be a New York girl on October 23rd at the Queen's Theater with me.
It's Queen's Theater, but yeah.
Oh, Queen's Theater. I'm so sorry. My bad.
Some people, you have to make sure you get the pronouns right. This is, you have to get the preposition right. Wait, what is the as a word?
Article.
Girl, don't look at
You have
me.
to get the please get the article right.
Right?
The sharticle. So, what's next for you? Where are you off to next? Are you packing, unpacking? Whacking?
I have something to unpack. We got a little message here from Joni that says, Willam. Okay, fuck my drag. Can you update a faggot on the Erika Jayne situation?
Oh.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills teaser just dropped, and I need to know who to root for. Thank you, Miss Girl, Miss Willam, rather Judge Willam, XOXO Jolie.
Well,
I have an opinion.
give me the opinion, please.
Don't root for Erika Jayne.
Don't root for Erika Jayne. I mean, it's very clear from the LA Times article and all the things that has come out about her and her ex-husband, that she's tried to fuck over many people, including LGBT icons who helped put her where she was. And if you look at her costumes now in the show, you can tell they're not made by Perry Meek. They're not made by Marco Marco. They're not made by Johnny Wujek. They're not made by any of the people that are really skilled in that area. So it makes one wonder, why won't anyone work with her anymore? And it's because she's backhanded our community. It's funny that on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills teaser, she's saying, do you know that you can buy a nude bundle of pictures of Denise Richards on OnlyFans for $7? What's even funnier is that her ticket prices for her shows were $7. And now they've gone down to $1 for her Bet It All on Blonde show. $1. They gave free tickets to the Teachers Union of Clark County in Las Vegas, and it still wasn't a full house because even the teachers have taste, and they knew that they didn't want to see this bitch in Leg Avenue and lip service costumes prancing about a Vegas stage. She is trash. She is not welcome in our community. Her music was never good, and we accepted her because she was fun and frothy, and she paid her own bill to get to the parties where she performed at and took a jet. You know, she was never worthy of our appreciation other than her cattiness and her good blonde hair and face done by Frank Galasso and Scott Barnes. Like, I am not a fan of her. I saw her treat a shampoo girl like shit. And I was like, when you treat people with kindness and you don't, and you have that much money, like, come on. There's no reason to. And I hope she gets exactly what she deserves in the coming months. And I hope everybody knows what kind of person that she is. Period. And that's all I can say about that right now.
Why don't we go to a Rainbow Spotlight? This is a song called You and I by Eddie Angel.
You and I, yeah, we hit a wall. Such a shame, ain't it? 'Cause we had it all. Don't you know that I loved you so? But you never gave it back, and I don't want none of that. No, I don't want to waste your time. I just want to do this right. Don't you know?
Chime is changing the way people bank. They offer the most rewarding, fee-free banking, and it's built just for you.
I don't want to interrupt here, but I want to chime in. They're not like traditional old banks. that charge you overdraft and monthly fees. Plus, they have thousands of fee-free ATMs. There's nothing more frustrating than added fees when you're just trying to access your own money.
Exactly. So with Chime, you are not just switching banks, you are upgrading to America's #1 choice for banking with a Chime checking account.
And how about some of these benefits? All benefits here, honey. Get 5% cash back on a Chime card in a category of your choice, like gas or groceries. And you get savings that grow faster with 3.75 APY. That's 9 times higher than the national average.
And don't forget, they also have Spot Me, which lets you overdraft up to $200 fee-free.
We all need to be proactive in our own finances and understand what our money's doing, and banking can be confusing. There's so many hidden fees and policies that are different at each bank, so you have to look out for you, and with Chime you could do that.
Yes, God, and don't just settle. Find what works for you and get the perks and benefits that are beneficial to your life. Check out Chime.
Honey, I did. I'm a Chime user, and Chime is not just smarter banking, it's the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today.
Head to chime.com/drag. That is chime.com/drag. It only takes a few minutes to sign up.
Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services provided for MyPay and Chime Card provided by Chime Bank Partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated annual percentage yield and cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required.
Checking account ranking based on a J.D. Power survey published October 20th, 2025. For more information on APY rates, MyPay, SpotMe, and travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, everybody needs a website. Otherwise, you're just out there making your business happen with what? Word of mouth? No, ma'am. If you've got a passion project that you're starting, if you want to start making drag watches that are purely ornamental, made for the sole purpose of a queen touching her wrist during lip sync when the song lyrics say, time. That idea is brilliant and needs a website. This is why you need Squarespace, because Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain. Showcase your offerings with a professional website, then you can grow your brand and get paid all in one place. Plus, they have integrated SEO tools, which means search engine optimization, I think, so you can show up more often on search engines. And their Blueprint AI design tool, which can get a fully custom website built in just a few steps if you want to do the whole AI thing. Plus, you can connect your socials, set up easy ways for your customers to buy your products, and even schedule appointments with you. It's all right there on Squarespace. I've scaled a number of businesses in my time, and they have all needed websites because websites just legitimize you, you know? And Squarespace is a great spot for a creative person like me who needs to make a website and has great ideas but doesn't necessarily know the HTML, QRL, TMV of it all, you know? Because I'm not an IT whiz at all. But Squarespace makes it easy for me to select what I want and then put out a wonderful website. And it could be the same for you. You need to check out squarespace.com/drag for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, just use the offer code DRAG to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain, which is kind of the same thing. Squarespace.com/drag. Now that we are back from this break, maybe we could do, maybe I need to get my eyes checked or something, but who is this young girl with Normani's body and Roberta the drag queen's face? And this little, is this a Guess baguette or a Marc Jacobs? Who is this woman?
Everyone.
Who's this woman, Harpo?
Everyone has been posting what are these called? The high school.
The throwback high school 90s app. It's
90s
like very
high school picture.
If
AI.
you were in Sister Act 2 or Not Another Teen Movie, this is the look that you have.
Yeah.
Very Rachel Lee Cook, Gabrielle Union. This Roberta looks very like she looks like she could be a Clover for sure in this. Courtney Act.
Clovers in the atmosphere.
Hace frío. Courtney Act posted hers also. She looks like a young Sarah Michelle Gellar soap star. She didn't have to use the app because she is this old and was in high school in the 90s. As was I, even though I'm not the oldest AAA girl.
What do we think about this?
I love it because it gives girls whose gender wasn't able to be affirmed when they were in high school the chance to have a cute little yearbook photo and maybe a senior quote. I think it's a fun thing to do. I think also some of these people will be using these on Raya and Grindr, and they're a little misleading. But like, girl, if Bob doesn't make this her new Venmo photo, she's a dumb lady, and she ain't a dumb girl. So look at her, like, just breasts just pressing.
I mean, of course they're very funny, but yeah, exactly what you said. The first ones that I saw...
Is that Carmen?
The first ones I saw were trans girls posting them. And I was like, this is sweet because you're a fully realized version of yourself now. And you're able to, like, you know, have that high school photo experience. Like, I love it for that. That being said, I also think we need to be scared of these robots. Oh yeah, and Deltas is really funny. We need to be scared of the robots. Also, the robots are fucking fat phobic. Did you see Eureka's?
I didn't see Eureka's, no. But I'm happy for Carmen because she looks like she's on like the JV basketball team. But you know that bitch only showed up for picture day. You know she ain't doing layups with her shirt tied up like that. She's Carmen motherfucking Carrera.
She's an athlete.
She's laying up. She ain't doing layups. She's in Miami for swim week.
She works the fuck out.
She works out. I haven't done it yet, but because I liked my yearbook photos. I had to retake my yearbook photo one year because my mom was like, we can't send this picture to your grandma. You have a cold sore and you're wearing a gay pride necklace.
Aww.
I know. Junior high.
We have to be scared of the robots.
I ain't scared. I ain't scared of nothing. Okay. The robots will be helpful to us one day, I'm sure.
Thoughts on the hypocrisy?
Well, because someone posted, I saw a meme that was like, wow, not SAG-AFTRA members posting the AI yearbook challenge.
What? How is that not allowed?
Well, because the strike is against the use of AI to replace actors.
Oh, wow. I have a problem with unions overstepping because I'm in a show right now and there's a rule called Favored Nations that like everybody needs to be paid the same. And let me just say, I don't work as hard as most of the people in my show, Titanic. My part's not as big. Victor Garber, she does pop-ups. And Luigi. But the fact that like there's rules in equity saying people can't be paid more, even if production wants them to, or they'd have to be paid more under the table to do so. I think it's weird that a union would try to like hinder something that could benefit its members. Or like when SAG says you can't do this non-union job, it's like, why? It's being offered and I need it. I think with SAG, you should be able to do non-union or union if it's your choice, because we're all just trying to make a living out here and create art and do what our passion is in our dreams. So like, I don't understand why SAG and equity do that for people. But I get that we're getting closer to some ruling, hopefully, where we'll all be able to get back to work. So I hope that maybe in the future those things can change, or maybe when we have someone who's, you know, not. Everybody's saying that some people are elected because of who they are. I like everything Fran Drescher has done, but some people aren't a fan of the stuff she's necessarily put in place for SAG and on every little issue. But I would love to be a part of a SAG new member board, like the new blood, who's like can like give opinions on like, because it is a different world now surviving. You can't do like 3 guest stars and get your SAG insurance anymore like it was in 2006 and 2007 when I was doing it, because now there's all these companies that say we don't break top a show, we're going to pay you the bare minimum and that's all you're going to get, and we're going to put you on a billboard for Netflix, not tell you how many views you get or pay you the residuals you need, and not pay you to fly across the country to shoot the billboard. I'm talking about the 13 Reasons Why Not kids. Tommy Dorfman, she was mentioning how she was on a billboard, and some other members of that cast, and like they aren't being compensated fairly for their work, because after their lawyers and their managers and their agents and all these other things, and they get paid like maybe 48 grand for 6 episodes. That's half of that. And then you divide it by 6. That's not an equitable thing for all the eyes that are watching their shows and enjoying the content that the Netflix executives are reaping the dollar bills off of, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe I should be in politics. I mean, I do have all those Chanel and Moschino suits.
Yeah.
I'll have to take the shoulder pads out, though.
Why? They make you too
No,
aggressive.
Courtney borrowed them, and she wanted to look powerful. So I said, put in a pad, girl. A poise pad.
Dorothy, don't you think those shoulder pads make you look a bit aggressive? I'm not wearing shoulder pads.
Girl, when you signed on to this call today, I almost said that you sounded so much like B. Arthur, but I didn't want to risk your wrath because I was already late. I was late, Linda. But you did sound very B today.
No one deserves that kind of treatment. You dismissed me.
I have a piece of Stan with me now for the rest of my life. Did you hear that the Golden Girls are coming to LA through Murray and Peter? They're doing 3 nights at the Wiltern.
Wait, who?
In December.
What? Which Golden Girls?
I know, not the LA ones. It's the girls from, I don't know where they're from, but they're touring it all over the nation. So if you like the Golden Girls, check them out.
Is it Ginger?
Not Ginger Minge. It's nobody that I had the pleasure of knowing yet. But if you like the Golden Girls, they're on tour right now. Check them out, mppresents.com. They're touring with like a full set. It's a full thing. I was surprised that they were coming into LA because that's like, you know, that would be like Nick Gaga going into Judas Joe Mason's Gaga territory. And I was like, is there going to be a Golden Girls Street Wars? Like Sherry Vine out there with a knife?
I don't know. Oh my gosh. I
imagine if Jackie showed up and sat in the front row.
I want Jackie to go here.
Me too. I want her to go and then take a very loud nap in the front. I'm kidding.
Oh, it's
Jackie would never. Oh, these are young men. This Rose is in their 20s. They're using boy headshots.
It's boys.
It's boys.
They're actors.
Good for them, though. I'm glad people are working, and Golden Girls is such a wonderful show. I can't wait to see it. Let's take a break on that one.
Let's take a quick break.
Do you know what I found out? I just did
What?
a fitting and I found out that Faye Dunaway, during the tour of Masterclass, was banned from a whole like Starwood, or a whole suite of hotels, like a hotel branch, because of how she was behaving. So everybody on tour got to stay in one hotel, but she wasn't allowed to stay in that branch anymore. The Goss is hot, especially with Faye Dunaway.
Okay.
She was done away from that hotel chain fully.
They done away with her.
They done away with her, baby.
They did.
Speaking of people that were done away with, there was a scandal with the Tiger King years ago, which was kind of unaddressed. And I don't know if when I watched Tiger King, I kind of thought that the production left some fingerprints and was trying to make us think that Joe was maybe more innocent than he was. And they were trying to blame it on Carol Baskin more so. Like they were trying to make the audience believe it was probably Carol. And one of the ways that I think they engendered favor with Joe was they excluded some pretty pivotal parts of the story. And there's parts of the stories that have come out now with Joe's racism, his grooming, his pedophilia, technically, because Brandon Wild, who's an adult performer and music artist, has come forward with his story about when he was Joe Exotic's underage lover and in Joe Exotic's Animal Show as his like magician's assistant type of thing. And if you know who Brandon Wild is, you'll know she's an epic performer, and she has 2 tiger claws tattooed on her chest that Joe wanted her to get when she was like 15 or 16 in Arkansas. Google Brandon Wild and Tiger King because I'm sure more stuff is going to be coming up. But Brandon's told all these stories. He's got pictures with Joe. He's got all the receipts. I've seen them on the phone. The Tiger King production staff is not very happy with him. But Brandon wants to tell his story because he doesn't want people like siding with Joe on all this stuff. He did some pretty crappy things that I heard. Like Brandon finally left him because Joe was racist to his friend and told him he had to sleep outside and not in the house. And his friend was a person of color. I just never really understood why Brandon's story hasn't been told, and I think it's because it's not because he was silent, it was because he was silenced, because they kept saying it'll be your time to tell, and now it never was. So Brandon's taken matters into her own hands, which is something I think is great, because we're not the only ones with platforms or platform pumps, and Brandon has a story and it should get out there, I think. Because Joe is like in prison trying to run for president right now. Girl bye. Girlina.
Yeah, I don't think so. We will be keeping an eye on that story. I'm also keeping an eye on you and Titanic all month long.
Are you going to be coming?
I am, because I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to be judging and hosting the Miss Hell's Kitchen pageant, which I'm looking forward to. You probably have a show, young lady.
Baby, I can multitask.
When you're doing a musical comedy, you have to live like a cloistered nun.
Oh, I'll be having
Is that true?
I'll be having none of that cloistering, baby.
That's what Elaine Stritch always said.
Well, baby, I'm no Elaine Stritch. Okay. That would be quite a stretch for my lane.
She's no lady. You're no lady. You're no lady. You're no lady.
Has everybody been to our Race Chaser pod and caught up on our wonderful Brigitte Nielsen RuPaul content?
Check it out for sure. So October 15th is Miss Hell's Kitchen. I'll be there. I'll be hosting and judging.
I see you're also hosting a Beats and Demons dance party. $3 bill, October. Beasts. Oh.
Beasts and Demons.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not going to tell you which one I am.
You're the
Just going to let you guess.
I have a picture that I'm looking at right now on Gina's fridge of your Turn Off the Lights Halloween $3 bill last year. You're quite the producer woman. You're turning into quite the little mom and pop, or mom and mom. Mom and pop up. Mom and mom papa.
Sure. Yeah. We're doing Beasts and Demons at $3 bill on October 20th. I'll be doing a couple of numbers popping up.
Just swinging through New York, doing some shows, seeing some
Mom
friends.
And pop up.
And the cherry on top of all of this is, of course, Race Chaser Live, October 23rd in Queens with Lux Noir London.
Cannot wait.
I'm thinking of doing a Cherry Peck look.
Natural hat?
Throwing it back. I can't do natural hat no more. Maybe I'll just put some tracks in.
Yeah, just have them installed the day of.
From Helena. I'll just go into Helena and get a $4,000 bang piece.
Yeah, absolutely.
Non-ethically sourced hair. Some blood diamonds.
I'd like to get... Do we have time for this? Let's get political?
Yeah, there's always time.
Why don't we get into this segment, which we call...
Let's get political. I wanna get political. Let me see your policy. This message comes from Hannah. She says, Hello, Alaska, Willam and Big Dipper. Longtime listener, first-time writer. My name is Hannah. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I heard y'all talk about how much you love Columbus. So I just wanted to let you know that Axis and its sister bar was bought by a Republican and man who has donated thousands of dollars to men in our state that are trying to take away rights from Ohioans. No. I guess I'm writing to get the info out there. Hannah. And then she says, Willam, can you give us some more insight on what's happening? For this insight, I took to the internet, and one of the gentlemen I had the pleasure of working there for a long time at Axis was a guy named Nick. He would always take care of the girls, pick us up at the airport. There's been a couple of changes in management at Axis. There was a guy named Sam who took care of everybody, who was a wonderful manager there. But their turnover recently has been kind of alarming because after 9 years at Axis, Nick was let go, and he posted on Facebook and it says, "I was abruptly let go. Let me reflect on this decade-long run and be proud of what I did during my time there." Um, I've heard from several people that the person that has replaced him wouldn't know the difference between Bob the Drag Queen and Carmen Carrera. It's not a person that is a fan of Drag Race or drag, and they've been installed by the new company that owns them. It's a chain of bars called Bag of Nails, and it's straight people, and they're basically, it's weird because now the Pride things that were run by Axis are now being run by straight people, and instead of pouring money and budget into what should be a great party every year, the thousands of dollars, they're giving like a third or in some cases even a tenth of what that attention or money would be given to normally, because they know they can get away with it. People are going to come anyway, and they don't see that they have to treat gay people how they always have at Union, which is wonderful. And the quote was, "It's time to run Union like an old bag." And old bag means Old Bag of Nails, which is the chain of 18 bars that they have. It's like a pizzeria slash bar slash high class Applebee's in all over Columbus. And it's cisgendered heterosexuals calling the shots now, and they don't care about the gay people or Axis or Union, and it's simply a cash cow to further line the pockets of Republican owners. And the Republican owners have receipts that date back decades of them donating to people. They tried to say, oh, the name of the bar owner is also the name of someone in California who has given some money to Republicans, but not recently. That's not true. And there's voting issues now in Ohio that aren't being brought to light because there's straight people that own it and not the gay people who, you know, our lives and our liberties are at stake. And these straight people don't see the need to do voting outreach and like promoting what our gay agenda needs to be, our LGBTQIA agenda. And this is kind of, and I'm kind of biting off my own foot and tongue because I've worked at Axis 25, 30 times and I love it there. And it has been a safe space for a lot of Midwest people. And I don't want people to stop going there, but I want people to know where their money is going. And I think we need to demand better of management there and ownership there and say, you can't rob us of like this bastion of our community and just realign its values just because you own it. This is not right. How can you feel okay doing this? How would you as straight people feel if you were the marginalized community? And I would like anybody in Ohio listening, and I would like them to write into Access or let them know on their Facebook that these are issues that we're not going to be rolling over on at all, because these are our spaces and we know that you bought them and stuff, but like you will not strip our spaces and just make it a fucking pizza joint with beer. We need fucking cocktails and mocktails, honey, and we need gay people and we need drag queens, and we need to know that these are still our spaces.
As an example, Nick Elkovich made a deep friend of the pod, made a post online. Here's part of it. During a time when our rights were being stripped away and drag is being billed as a crime, we approached our new home office about hosting a fundraiser for ACLU Drag Fund, and we were quickly declined under the thinly veiled guise that we needed to consider the public perception of their other venues, as if standing up for what is right, what is one of the bloodlines of our business and a way of life for our entertainers, is such a bad notion to turn your heads up at. Did anyone happen to see a post from Union or Axis when everyone marched in the Ohio State House in protest of the new Ohio drag ban? No posts. How odd. So this is one of the things that happens, because I've heard of this happening with other, queer bars or queer spaces. They get bought up by people who are straight or who have, sleep with whoever you want, but with people who have very extremely anti our community political views. And that's really the problem. And this is yet another example of that. And it's a bummer to see for sure.
It really is. We'll be keeping you updated on this issue, though, because it does mean a lot to us. And I would love to continue to keep coming to Access in any form possible. And
aren't the West Sisters doing somewhere else?
Nina, I'm not sure where Nina is, but Virginia has her own bar. I think it's called something West in Columbus. But I also know that if you work at one of those bars, you're not allowed to work at the other one. It's one of those joints, I think, because like some towns get territorial about that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like back in the day, if you worked at Mickey's, you weren't allowed to work at Rage.
Right.
Which was like crazy because it's like, if you don't pay all of my bills, you can't tell me where I can work, I feel like. And
that part.
And don't call me Bill either.
Arella.
I'm not everybody's Aunt Bill. Don't call me Auntie. I'm not your aunt. And don't call me Aunt Bill. Only 3 people can do that. And if you're listening...
They have to be inside you at the time.
Fully.
Why don't we take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Okay. Get in the cave, bitch.
This is the moment where we go spelunking deep inside the DMs. This comes from Tony, Dearest Alaska, Willam Dipper, and potential extra special guest. Not on tonight. I don't have a question, but a drag sighting in an unexpected space. I was playing a video game called Baldur's Gate 3 and ventured into a circus. And who should I find? A drag queen. These queens are everywhere. Please read in bar pageant showrunner voice. Oh my God, these queens are everywhere. Her name is Lucretius, and she is the ringleader of the circus and also a necromancer. Upon further research, I found she is voiced by none other than Vinegar Strokes.
Yes.
She also gives you a quest to gather the body parts of a dead clown.
Thorgy's dead?
Oh my God. I have attached pics of the queen in question and my dick for priority boarding. Tony, P.S. ball included.
Wait, he's only got one ball?
I love that.
Okay, I do like that all of his tattoos are spelled correctly. He's got a rose on the hip. We can't see the rose in the back, but we do see the rose on the leg. Vinegar Strokes is one of those Renaissance people that just does everything. She is an all-around wonderful entertainer, from the West End to cruise ships to video games to hopefully a snuff film at some point. No, I'm kidding. I love this girl. But she's purple and beautiful, looking like grimace fucked Naomi Campbell. She looks beautiful. This should be Vinegar's new booking photo, honestly. And if I don't see her purple for Halloween, I'm going to be disappointed, because this is an opportunity. This is an honor. Drag queens should be everywhere that entertainment is, including video games. And I'm not just talking about homophobic Nintendo commercials. Hey, Tiger.
I don't know that one.
You don't?
It's Willam.
Well, it's probably better. It's an old commercial called Tenchu Wrath of Heaven where...
And you're in it?
Yeah, it's a commercial that played on MTV for about a year.
And they say what?
You see a beautiful girl walking up with a natural hat and a blue skirt, just breezing through the UCLA campus with her books on her way to class. She hasn't picked her major yet. It's me. And there's 3 gentlemen sitting around on the steps, and one of them goes, "Oh, ain't that girl you took home from the club last night?" And then the other guy goes, "Oh, Silky, look at her, blah, 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 blah." And then I get closer, and I flip my naturally curly, burnt to death Peter's hair, because it was that era, cherry pack. Mm-hmm. And I go, "Hey, Tiger." And then everybody laughs, and you see this video game, like ninja star into a tree that's nearby, and the tag is, "You ever wish you could be invisible? Now with Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, you could." It's homophobic, transphobic, problematic. And that was that. But this Vinegar seems to be in a much better place in this video game, and I'm glad advancements have been made. And honestly, this purple is beautiful. I've never seen her. Would you call this grape or aubergine?
Well, I think this is a rendering, isn't it? I mean, it's not real. It's like a cartoon.
Baby, how could anything this beautiful be real?
The look and feel of real.
I wonder what it tastes like, though.
Let's talk about the dick.
Let's talk about it. I wonder what that's what I was talking about. I wonder what it tastes like.
Have a ball, honey. The dick is straight and gorged.
Ooh.
And he went ahead and turned it to the side for us to show us the ball.
I like that part when dicks are like kind of like obelisks, where they get wider in the middle, because once you get the head and you're like, oh, good, that was easy. And then you're like, oh, let me, You're
That
like,
should be a feature on Grindr. You can choose Obelisk as your dick shape.
That would be a good drag name, Obelistica.
Yes.
But like, it's one of those moments where you're like, oh, I'm ready for this. And then you're like, I wasn't ready for all this.
Oh my gosh.
Do you ever get really horny and just find a fire plug in the middle of the street and you're like, oh God, that water main?
No, but I love Allie Main.
Me too. Big fan.
Do you want to read this message from Xerxes?
I'd love to. Dearest Alaska, Willam.
Do either of you play video games?
I play Tetris. I also like Mario Kart. I like Super Smash, and I like Mortal Kombat. I'm not good at anything that needs a lot of attention, but I like hitting people. And
yeah, I used to play video games like
What did
when
you
I was
play?
younger. I loved Resident Evil. Like those were great. Those were my like religion. So I loved like games where you ran around and like shot zombies. That was fun.
No, I'll be your video star.
Let me be a star.
This message comes to us, dearest Alaska, Willam, and Big Zaddy Zipper. Greetings, you legends. First and foremost, thank you for being such fierce advocates of the art of drag, and subsequently, LGBTQIA plus community at large. We thank you. So here's the tea. I relocated from LA to New York almost 2 years ago after ending a long-term relationship. 5 weeks after the move, at a Christmas sex party, talk about festive, I met someone who love-bombed me hard. And this will sound odd, but he manipulated me into falling in love with him, even though I initially resisted it. Nonetheless, we had a whirlwind romance, a ring on my finger, and 18 months of bliss. But things turned when I lost my dream job. Our relationship became toxic due to excessive substance abuse, and I think he just fell out of love with me. Like Anastasia. Long story short, when I mentioned the idea of stopping drugs and fucking strangers... Oh, set me free! Long story short, when I mentioned the idea of stopping drugs and fucking strangers instead of each other, he left me on June 2nd and never spoke or communicated with me again, nor did he return to the apartment we shared. Parentheses. There was a hilarious moment a few weeks into the abandonment saga when he came through wheeling in his best friend, boss, billionaire, heiress of his resources that he thought would scare me off from our apartment. But it didn't work because I'm no bitch. I've dealt with the immigration system in America, a Nell-like billionaire Nepo baby, and a man with a fried brain because of bleach and drugs cannot come from me, LOL. Here's the kicker. Stuck in his apartment, my entire savings gone, and no job prospects in my fashion career, Jesus knows I've been trying, I've been pondering escorting. The thought led me to set up shop on Rentman. Profile pics, witty bio, the whole thing. But something's keeping me from fully committing. Perhaps it's because the website is not chic enough. To be fully real, messages come through my tarot readings are not very encouraging either. Today, I'm desperate for guidance. I thought, who better to turn to these two people that consistently have been there for me in these trying times? Please tell me your thoughts, ladies, ideas, points of view, whatever. I have no one in New York, and the isolation has broken me. I don't know what to do. Thank you for reading my super depressing email. I've attached dick and ass for priority boarding. All my love and glitter, Xerxes. Once I'm employed, I will become a Mom Plus Gold member. Baby, I see gold in them there hills. Because these pictures, if you're not getting business, we need to call the BBB. That's the Better Bareback Business Bureau. These pictures are wonderful. They show that you're not afraid of a little body hair. You're not some cookie cutter boy. You have a harness. The dick is huge. You have a ball stretcher on. The abs look like they could have been done by a cartographer because the landscape of your body is so beautiful. I will say you should get your ad to us so we can read it, because I just saw an ad on Rentman the other day, and it said, I'm uninhabited and wild. And I was like, did you mean uninhibited? Because these guys that are hiring sex workers sometimes are bitchy faggots, and they will read you for your ad. So you need to spell check it, get a second set of eyes on it. And I'm not talking about the eye that is being digitally penetrated in this photo, which honestly is art. I can see.
Yeah, I like a fingering picture. I don't think we get enough fingering pictures, but this is just like a boop.
Boop. Very Brad Greer. Boop. That's a Titanic joke. Sorry, you have to be in Titanic to get it.
Oh, I
Hi, Brad. I would love to invite you to our show on the 23rd at Queen's Theater in New York, since you're a New Yorker now. And we'd love for you to prostitute in the lobby. There's also a fountain out front if you'd like to do a little Esther Williams moment. This is a great opportunity for you. You can meet some nice people that might like you. Maybe you could be in our pit crew.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a good place to start. It sounds like a really toxic sort of relationship, and breakups are really difficult. And then especially if you have shared property and, shared resources. And it sounds like he's like not being kind of gracious about the relationship endings, which makes it even harder.
He does reference Nell. He says a Nell-like billionaire Nepo baby, which makes me just want to say, skew in the belly. But you can't stab him. Tay in the wind. But I would also recommend...
Who's the Nell-like billionaire? Oh, that's his friend who's rich.
Yeah.
Because his ex is the man with the fried brain because of bleach and drugs.
And it's not me. I swear.
Oh my God.
I would also recommend go-go dancing. Go to the Fairy Tale Lounge or go to Industry or Boxers and go make some money under the table, on a table.
Sure.
Because if you're too shy to do rent men, you're obviously not showing your face. So you have some, I feel like, privacy or discretion issues, or maybe you don't want this guy to know that you're doing it. I would just try to hustle a little bit. You're in New York. You're going to do what you do. And baby, if you got the body, use it. Make it make you money. Yeah, as my friend Terrence says, do some strange for some change.
Okay.
Those are my recommendations. And Terrence is also in Titanic with me. Come see us, please.
Ding!
Did I mention I was in Titanic? And
I've heard of that.
We're a hit show, passing 525 performance. And Maya Rudolph came to see us. And Gail King. This week has been full of stars. Bowen Yang came, one of the original icebergs. I said, iceberg to iceberg, girl. Let me just tell you, I'm a fan. And then I told him that we would love to do their podcast again. And he's like, well, when that was our favorite episode ever because we were just fangirling out. I was like, honey, pot, kettle, get in the crock pot. Let's do an episode, honey. It was so wonderful. It's so great seeing. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Reboot. I do love a boot, actually.
Yeah.
And speaking of boot that, do you have any recommendations for our young man friend Xerxes, other than more pictures, please, and maybe a video?
All I can say is that I'm sorry you're going through that, and it will get better. I don't know that that's helpful in any specific way, but it is helpful to know that when you're going through a breakup, you will get to a point where it's not quite as fucking horrible.
And if it doesn't get better, it'll probably get butter, as in boy butter, because you're going to need some lube for that hole. Because he's just shoving his half of his fist in there.
It gets butter.
We want
Much
to
butter.
encourage you. Much butter. We want to encourage you to get your tickets to Race Chaser Live October 23rd at queenstheater.org and join us in Flushing Meadows, Corona Park. So where the tickets are almost gone, Tootsie Lou Freebush.
I think it's pronounced orge.org.
.org.
.org.
The orchestra.
If you've been wavering on this or waffling or wondering, don't do any of those things. Just buy your tickets. You will have a good goddamn time. You know you love us. You know you want to see us. There's no telling what kind of goops or gags we can prepare you for, because they might be illegal and we don't want other people to know, especially animal control. So please come out. Our special guest is Lux Noir London. She's our little sister. She appreciates drag. She's a hard worker. She's going to be entertaining us. And once again, tickets are available. And at the Marco show, she put on 3 different outfits within the time that people were still de-dragging to go to different fashion week parties. That girl is a hard worker, and she is the future. She is one of the futures of drag.
I'm just going to an industry party to have my picture taken.
It's all about the picture.
Yeah.
She's fully functioning, and she will be at the gig, and as will several other New York bastions of entertainment. And we would like
Bastards of entertainment.
Well, I'll be there too. I guess you're right.
queenstheater.org. And we want to thank you so much for listening to
Hot Goss.
And remember, take a quick moment to rate and review this show on your podcast apps.
Yeah. To sign up for Mom Plus Gold. Oh, we got a little birdie. To sign up for Mom Plus Gold, please visit mompodcast.plus. And shout out to all of our Mom Plus Gold subscribers who are listening to this episode ad-free behind the good pussy paywall.
We know you're listening. Follow us on Instagram at Willam, at The Only Alaska 5000, at Race Chaser Pod, and at Mom Podcasts.
Please stay safe out there, everyone. And we will be back next week with another steaming, piping, scalding,
serving up
Hot Goss.
Mom! To get access to our monthly video episodes and tons of bonus content, sign up for Mom Plus Gold at mompodcasts.plus.
Hosted by Alaska and Willam.
And produced by Big Dipper.
Editing and sound design by Will Pitts.
Executive produced by Willam, Alaska, Big Dipper, Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey.
Our theme song is by Alaska Thunderfuck 5000.
Who, me?